Hello everyone, this time I'm going to talk about setting yourself up for success. Now this is a phrase that I use quite frequently and I wanted to take this time to properly explain it. First I'm going to talk about what it means to me, then why it is important, and last, how do we set ourselves up for success. Now setting yourself up for success means that you do whatever you can to make it as easy as possible for you to succeed in what you set out to do, like reaching a goal for example. And then you take control of your circumstances to make it as likely as possible for you to reach your goal. Now, I will explain this by taking an example of a goal that I set for myself. I have two wonderful dogs, but one of them is a less than a year-old puppy, and the other one is even more stubborn than me. And I have been told that that should not be possible. They are a great test on your patience, which also does not happen to be one of my bigger qualities. However, I have set myself the goal to not take my frustration out on them when they're being difficult by allowing myself to get angry at them. Their short-term memory only spans a few seconds, and when it comes to this, mine needs to do the same. Otherwise, me being angry at them will only make them distressed, as they don't understand the concept of consequences. Now, for this goal, setting myself up for success would mean to control my circumstances where I can, to make it as easy as possible for me not to get angry at the dogs. Now, why is it important that we set ourselves up for success? Obviously, failing to reach your goal is very discouraging. I even know of a lot of people that have set themselves the same goal so many times only to fail in the same way over and over again. This makes them feel like they're incapable of reaching that goal, or even worse, incapable of setting any goal and reaching it. Now this can leave people with the mentality of, this is just the way I am. Now, on the other hand, when we do reach our goals, we get this great feeling of achievement. This sends us in a positive spiral that encourages us to keep going and set more goals. Therefore, it is enormously important for goal setting to be successful that we make sure to set ourselves up for success. So, how do we do it then? First of all, we need to make sure that we are setting ourselves realistic goals. This can mean adjusting our expectations to where you are right now. I know that I have a big temper and maybe not a whole lot of patience, especially when I'm already tired or irritated. This is why my goal is not to never get frustrated with the dogs. I know that is unavoidable. However, I can take a second to breathe when that happens and make sure that I do not take it out on them. Second, identify what might make you fail. Once you have set yourself a goal, take a look at your life and try to imagine what circumstances might make it difficult for you to stick to your goal. When are you going to struggle? When you have identified them, then you can make a plan for how you can either avoid them, if possible, or if they're unavoidable, how can you tackle them and still stick to your goal? I am well aware that I am pretty low on patience when I am already irritated, hungry, or tired, and therefore I try to avoid taking the dogs out for a walk when I feel like that. I rest for a little bit, eat a little snack, or try to calm down before I go into the situation where I know I can be challenged. Sometimes it cannot be controlled, and I don't have the opportunity to wait. And then I just remind myself that this could get tough. I adjust my expectations to them, and then I go out with full awareness and determined to be in control of my emotions. Third, take small steps. This can mean breaking your goal up into more than one goal or milestones. It can also be done by setting up a plan of how to reach your goal where you focus on one thing at a time. It can be hard to take a giant leap and make many changes all at once. It usually works best in the long run when we change habits rather than trying to white knuckle through it. So focus on one thing, make it a habit, and then focus on the next thing. These are my hacks on how to set yourself up for success. If you want to hear more, you can book a talk with me on my website, annerudmedia.com/talks, or by sending an email to Ásdís@annerudmedia.com. Thank you for watching, and I hope that I can help you improve anything about your life.